This conference will now
Okay.
be recorded.
Okay, I have to keep everyone in view. So, like you have gone through the demo session, so I don't think there should be a problem. So we are starting our sessions, right? So we are right away. So I am about to start the classes. So before class, we need some softwares. So just let me know so that where you are in installation part, so that I can start my first application. Okay. So installables, what are the things we require? Just I will discuss now. Installations. Okay. So we need to have, see, for any product, when learning, definitely there should be some installables. Some installables should be there for doing that software, right? For learning it. So here in MuleSoft, actually, there are two things. See, for any application, server plays a role and UI plays a role. UI in the sense design time. Two things we have to remember. One is design time, another is runtime. Okay, design time, runtime. So design time is nothing but the place where we build our applications. Is nothing but design time. So in this case, the design time is AnyPoint Studio. Okay. So here this is AnyPoint Studio is the UI where we will be is a design time where we will be building Mule applications. Okay. So here different versions of studios are there. So right from version 6 is there. Okay. This studio is of version 6 is there, and version 7 is also there. Can anyone tell, like Akila, you are saying like you have basic idea, right? So what is the difference between 6 and 3, 6 and 7? 6 and 7 versions, Akila? Hey, is my voice is audible?
So I got interruption in between.
Okay.
I haven't heard your voice.
Okay. What I'm saying is design time for Mule applications is AnyPoint Studio. AnyPoint Studio is a design time where we will be creating our Mule applications. But there are different versions. Okay. Version 6 is there. Version 7 is also there. Version 6 in the sense 6.6, like that. It is there. And 7 point, currently it is 7.16 or 17 it is running. Okay. So currently it is there. So what is my question is, what is the difference between 6.6 version and 7 version? I am not speaking about subversion, but what is the exact difference? When 6 will be used? When 7 will be used?
No idea.
No idea. Okay. Okay. I will tell the differences. Okay. So Mule is of two types. Okay. Mule 3 is there. Mule 4 is there. Okay. Mule 3 is there. Mule 4 is there. Whatever the demo you have gone through, that is on 4. Mule 4. Mule 4. So this Mule 3 support is supported by 6.6 version. So if any Mule 3 application you want to open, you can open it by using 6.6. If you want to do any enhancements in Mule 3, then you have to open it in 6.6 version, AnyPoint Studio 6.6 version, and you can open that application and you can do whatever the enhancements if people are forcing. But to be frank, nowadays nobody is using this Mule 3. But you need to have knowledge when you are migrating any applications. So most of the organizations currently, most of the organizations migration they are taking up. That means from Mule 3 to changing Mule 3 to Mule 4. Okay, at that time when you are migrating, logically if you want to check anything, so logically if you want to implement anything, definitely there should be like we have to see that code in mule 3, right? So at that time version or 6 point whatever the subversion, in that studio we will open it and we will check the code. Are you guys are clear? Nowadays, to be frank, nobody is using. Everybody is either migrating or everybody is starting they're starting their project from scratch using Mule4. This is when you are involved in migration projects. So 7 is completely related with Mule4, latest version, the latest version. So you may get doubt. So what is the difference between Mule 3 and Mule 4? Now definitely when we are speaking about technology, versus we have to check, right? What is the difference between Mule 3 and 4? That we need to understand, right? So Mule 3, in Mule 3, to be frank, no much connectors were there. Less connectors. So what is the connector here? So what is the connector? For example, they want to interact with SAP system. The connector which they have used has less capability. So what all the classes or what all the classes or dojo applications they want to connect, it may not be supported by all the applications in SAP. So only few things will be supported. Only for that connector, even though we are using SAP connector, there is some limitation. Only to some extent only to some extent we can use it, not more than. So more features are not available. So less connectors, and that is one point. And another point is exceptional handling. See, for every application, exception is the point, right? Exceptional handling is completely different in Mule 3 and 4. Mule 3 is like completely confusion. We need to follow some strategies, rollback strategy, few things like rollback strategy. And the thing is like, see, we are sitting in middleware. We are middleware people. MuleSoft is nothing but a middleware. So that means what? You are sitting in between two systems. For example, you want to send some data from SAP system to .NET system. So in between SAP system and .NET system, you are sitting in between. So this SAP guy may send in the form of IDOC or in the form of XML or in the form of Java. So whatever their application is supporting, that format they will be sending it. So we are sitting in between like a brokers, right? So we have to receive that data, we have to transform it, and we have to send it to the target system. So whatever the target system is expecting in that format, we have to convert and we have to send. That is our role by sitting in between. Not only MuleSoft, any middleware technology. Okay, I am speaking with Mule 3. If it is Mule 3, then what is the problem is, for example, SAP system is sending XML. So Mule 3 has no capability of directly sending it to the target system. Again, it has to convert to the Java object, and from Java object to again the expected format. For example, now our .NET system is expecting JSON. So what we have to do, we have to take that XML, we have to convert into Java object, and again from Java object to JSON we need to convert. So one more layer is there. One more layer here it is increasing. That is conversion to object, converting to Java object or some other format. Again in between we have to convert. That is the drawback with Mule 3. Okay, that is the major drawback. See, middleware tool should be in such a way that it has to accept any format, it has to convert like anything, and it has to send. That flexibility they have overcome in Mule 4. So that object conversion. To be frank, one is exception strategies and another thing is object conversion. Are you guys are with me?
Yes.
So object conversion is another major point. So coming to Mule 4, to be frank, exceptional handling almost like 11 to 12 scenarios they have given. 11 to 12 scenarios. Okay, 11 to 12. In all these scenarios, any type of exception we can handle in that 11 to 12 types. Somewhere, see, whatever the integration we are doing, those integration exceptions will be falling only in that 12 cases only. So any type of exception we can handle. So they have smoothened the exceptional handling in Mule 4. And another thing is like connectors support. So connectors support is also like, it is very huge connectors we are going to support now. Civil system, whatnot, Civil system, MongoDB, AWS, anything, any connector, whatever the target system you want to communicate, almost like every connector is there. There is no question like this type of connector is not available. Okay, this connector is not supporting the latest feature of the technology. That kind of flaw you will not be listening in Mule 4. So that is whatever the problems that were there in Mule 3, they have overcome that problems, and they have released a new version called Mule 4. That is the reason this Mule 4 is currently running like anything. So if you take other integration tools, for connectors also, sometimes there is a situation where we need to take the license. But here, with free of cost, with one licensing cost only, these people are providing. That is the biggest advantage with Mule 4. Okay, so when we see this any point, so this is like major differences. Everything is right. See, version change means don't think like complete technology is different. Don't think like, some flaws are there in Mule 3. They have overcome that in Mule 4. That's all. In coming to the DWL as well. DWL language. So what is this DWL? Data Weave language. What is the DWL? DWL is nothing but a data view language. When we will be using this DWL? When we are converting from one format to another format, we will be using data view language. So see, I am saying I have a target system. SAP system is sending in XML. Target system is expecting in JSON. So there should be some fellow, right, in between. We are using Mule, that is okay. But converting this language from one format to another format directly without like objects creation, without, see here object creation concept is there. Even in Mule 3 also DWL is there, but not that much flexible. What all the functions that were there in Mule 3, it is only limited only. We cannot use more than that. So DWL is common for Mule 3 and Mule 4, but some functions are enhanced in Mule 4. Okay, so in this Mule 4 DWL, without any object conversion, without using anything directly, this XML can be converted into a JSON. So for converting from one language to another language, one fellow should be there. That fellow is nothing but DWL. So in Mule, when you are learning Mule, we will be playing with DWL here. Okay, DWL is the language. So that is like with respect to the DWL also, there is some slight changes were there. Okay, are you guys are with me?
Yes.
Yes. So with respect to these functions and everything, a lot of change, lot of differences. Here in 4, directly we can call one subflow directly. In DWL itself, we can call one flow directly. So that much flexibility this fellows has given. We can call any Java functions. See, any Java functions, if it is has directly, we can keep that jar and we can directly call that Java functions. So any conversion we can do it. So all this made Mule to success in the market. Okay, so whatever the case, either Mule 3 or Mule 4, currently the trend is Mule 4. Okay, whatever the case is, if you see this Anypoint Studio, if you ask me like how this from where this Anypoint Studio, how it looks like, the look and feel of Anypoint Studio is similar to Eclipse. Anybody has worked on Eclipse? The guys who has joined, is anyone? Anyone worked on Eclipse?
Yes,
You have
we
worked
did
with Eclipse.
practice.
No.
Yeah, you have also Raj. You have also worked, right? Okay.
No, actually, I didn't
So
work on that.
you did not work it. So
Yes.
it is nothing but a Java tool only. See, whatever the tool they are building, for every tool, the backbone is Java only. It is a Java tool. So this tool at the back end, they have written using Java, they have created this tool. Eclipse also the same case. The latest one, it just appears like, it looks like Eclipse. So I have to compare with some tool, right? How it looks like. Okay, it looks like, see, if I compare moon, the moon will be like a ball. Ball looks like a moon. In that way I am comparing. So Anypoint Studio is nothing but, it looks like an Eclipse. Okay, Eclipse. It is only Java tool. And here, see, for installing this in your system, for Mule 3, definitely we need Java JDK. This software is required. JDK is required. JDK is, it is must for Mule 3. That also Java 6 only. Remember guys, people will ask interview questions. When you are keeping like Mule 4, if any organization is having a requirement of migration, then definitely some questions will fall on 3 as well. Definitely we will not be we will not be building any applications in 3, but at least we need to understand what are the flaws are and what all the requirements are required. Okay, DWL and all this will not change. The flows will not change. Mule flow remains the same. Only some connectors features and only some DWL, some exception handling or some minor changes you will observe. If you learn Mule 4, Mule 3, you can easily understand by seeing that code. If any migration, if you are involving now, definitely they will keep these questions. Okay, so JDK is mandatory for this Anypoint Studio. When you look for Mule 3, JDK 6 we will be using. If you install JDK 6, then only this Anypoint Studio gets opened. Otherwise, it will not open. Definitely, we have to reference JDK 6. That is mandatory. Okay, coming to the Mule 4, it is not must like you should have JDK. If you have, well and good. If you not have, it is also fine. Why? Because in Mule 4, in this Anypoint Studio, in Mule 4 Anypoint Studio in version 7, like almost like inbuilt Java they are giving. Not required. Inbuilt
When
Java is
compared
there.
to the Mule 3, when we are going to run the Anypoint Studio, we definitely install the JDK, right, man?
Yes, exactly. Here not required. If installed well and good, it is not mandatory, I am saying, for Mule 4. For Anypoint 7, for Anypoint Studio 7 version, it is not. In 7 also, till 7.6, it is mandatory only, to be frank.
Yeah.
Till 6,
7.6
somewhere,
is okay.
6,
7.8 and 7.11 also.
9, 7.11 also, some minor disturbances are there. To be frank,
Yes.
above 12, it is working properly. It is stabilized version.
Okay.
Okay, it is stabilized version. So in 4, JDK is not mandatory. Okay, so why I am covering these 3, because most of the students who are coming when they are involved in migration projects, they are a bit confused actually. So I thought like, okay, let me differentiate it so that you guys will be knowing it. Okay, so here JDK is not required. Look and feel wise, everything, look and feel and everything, it remains same. If you see 6.6 Anypoint Studio, if you see 7 version, look and feel appears like same only. Connectors icons will be different. It is like pencil icons in Mule 3. If any icon, if you drag and drop now, if you drag and drop database connector, it is like it is just like cylindrical shape. Okay, and if you are dragging and dropping set variable you want to set some variable, you are dragging and dropping that connector, that connector will appear like a pencil. Okay, but coming to the Mule 4, some polished icons. Set variable remains the same, the name will not go anywhere, it remains the same, but the shape of the icon is something, it will be like polished. Okay, that is the only difference. Icon appearances are bit, you can observe that. Okay, everything I will showcase. If possible, 3 also I'll try to showcase, but my 3 version is like a very old version. Okay, I have involved extensively in the development of 3 as well as 4. Nowadays nobody is using 3, but questions are falling from interview stand. See, if I am the interviewer, definitely, if I have a migration project, definitely I will keep these questions. Definitely I will ask somewhere. Okay, at least if you, even though we have not worked, I will keep asking it. Whether these people are able to answer or not, at least knowledge wise they have or not, that I will be checking. Okay, so this is the difference between Anypoint Studio is the designer, and this is the differences between Studio 6 and Studio 7. And coming to the runtime, what is runtime? You have built one application over here. See, in design time you have created mule flows. Mule flows you have created. You have created 2 to 3 flows you have created. Okay, some flow. Okay, so SAP to .NET, some data you have to transform. You have created that flow. Okay, your Anypoint Studio is in your system. In your system you have built that application. I have to make it available over internet. Over web, it needs to be available. Then for doing that, what is required? What is required? See, this is design time. The name itself indicates designing our applications. I have manually in my system, I have written one application which is connecting from SAP to .NET. Now somebody has to consume it, right? Why? Because we are doing brokerizing. We are sitting in between, right? So whatever the flow I am creating, our SAP system guy has to hit my URL, right? Without hitting my URL, how the data will be passed to .NET? You're understanding my concept, what I'm trying to say?
Cloud.
Scenario, SAP system is there. SAP is there. In between, MuleSoft is sitting. Okay. Think practically. I have come in, MuleSoft has created a flow which is connecting to .NET. So this I have designed in my Anypoint Studio. Now after designing, I will be getting one URL. I have to get one URL. Definitely. Why? Because I am sitting, I am a broker here. I am sitting in between. I have to give something to this fellow so that this fellow will be hitting me. Otherwise, how he will hit me? He has to hit me, right? Then only I will get the data from SAP. I will receive it. Whatever I have received, I will do some massaging. I will do some massage and I'll try to send it to .NET, right? So design is completed. Design is completed by using Anypoint Studio. So I made it ready. Whatever the requirement is there, I have built and I have used my Anypoint Studio 7. I have created this flow and I am ready. Now this should be available. Why? Because I have to give some URL to this fellow. Now how I will get that URL? How I will get that URL? Anybody can answer. How I will get that URL? Is anyone having idea or not?
From cloud.
That is one way. So what is cloud? That is nothing but runtime only, na? Okay, whatever you have designed, you have to deploy somewhere. Am I correct?
Yes.
You have to deploy somewhere. That somewhere is nothing but that we will be calling it as runtime.
Anypoint Studio.
In Anypoint Studio is design time, na? In design time I have built it.
Yeah.
It is designed. I have created this flow in my system. I have installed that software. I have to do it, but it should be available in web so that SAP guys can hit my URL. How I should make it as available? I have to deploy somewhere. That making availability over web we require runtime. Okay, we require runtime. So in this runtime, in 3 locations we can deploy. So here also runtime are also in MuleSoft 3 types. One is like what Akhila is said, it is Cloud Hub. I will come to the Postman. Okay, I will. Somebody is asking like on Postman when exactly it will be used. I will tell you one by one. I am coming. Okay, first how we should, where we have to design. First time I have explained that, and where we need to deploy. I am discussing now. How I need to test, that I
In the
will
Postman.
discuss in the Postman. Exactly. So installations is one part. So before learning this, first where we have to design, we have to question
Then
ourselves where we have to design. That is different. Don't confuse with that. Let me come one by one. Where we have to design, where it needs to be deployed. That is another question. How we need to test. So whatever I have built, how we need to test. That is another question. Okay, while designing, that is again sub questions will start. Design is direct design, or we will be using something else like Ramal. Okay, this is sub questions we will speak later. First at higher level, first at high level we will try to understand what is required. Okay, so where we have to design, the answer for this is Anypoint
platform.
Studio. Okay, where
But
it
we are
needs to be
using the
deployed.
RAML. We are using the RAML by design for the designing purpose, right? In the endpoint
Yeah,
platform.
see, direct design is one thing. Using Ramal and
Okay.
designing anything. That is types of
Okay.
designs.
Okay.
That we will
Okay.
discuss later. That is what I am telling you.
Okay, ma'am.
That is
Okay,
subtask.
ma'am.
Sub.
Yeah.
Okay, sub we will discuss. First, let
Yeah.
me come with higher level. Okay, so till now whatever we have discussed, that is design time. Types of design time, how many types are there in old version, how it is there in latest version, that we have discussed. Now I am discussing about runtime. So in runtime, we can deploy in Cloud Hub, or we can use on-premise server. Anything is fine, on-premise. And another thing is like inbuilt server is only for testing purpose. Okay, inbuilt server will be there, but that server is only for unit testing. Okay,
But
Cloud Hub and on-premise are the servers. Yes, please. Yes,
it is
Ras?
based upon the companies, right? Companies will provide the servers where we are going to deploy. That means some
Exactly.
companies are using on-premise, some companies are using AWS, some are GCP, something like that, right?
Yes, in my organization, both we are using. See,
Both means
on-premise server is
on-premise or
nothing but
cloud. Okay.
cloud. Both we are using. For few applications, we are deploying in Cloud Hub. Few we are deploying it in premise. Why?
Okay.
What is the difference?
It's based
Right?
yes.
On-premise. What is the meaning of on-premise? Own server. Our own server.
Okay. Okay.
So our own server we will configure. We will configure in the MuleSoft, and we will be deploying to that server. Okay. So first, for example, you are working in HP. HP will be having, they will be having their own server. That server configuration you will do it in MuleSoft, and to your server only you will be deploying your applications. Okay. So when this will come into picture, when there is some sensitive APIs. Sensitive APIs means banking applications. See, some clients, some organizations, some MNCs will not go with Cloud Hub. So they will say, see, hey boss, so whatever the APIs which are not sensitive, we will try to use your server. We will try to make it available on the web. Whatever we feel like it is like not sensitive URLs, we will be deploying to the Cloud Hub. And whatever we feel, definitely like bank transactions, defense information, okay, some medical information which we feel, which the organization or project feels sensitive, that we don't want to keep it in your server. We want to have that sensitive information in our own servers only. Okay, initially MuleSoft has suggested for Cloud Hub only. Whatever the either sensitive or not sensitive, whatever the case, you have to deploy it in Cloud Hub. But some clients are specially coming with this type of requirements. Then what they have decided is, okay, fine, whoever is asking for on-premise, there should be that option, right? That option is nothing but on-premise. So for both of them, the URL, we will get the URLs we will be getting it. Depth in detail we will be discussing in later classes, but yes, now you got the point. Have you understood the difference?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So in the Cloud Hub, so definitely in the Cloud Hub, when you deploy any application, it will be like some Cloud Hub dot some like US. If it is like US server, if it is deployment some US and some application name, like that it will be there. And coming to the on-premise, it will be like having our own server name. You will be keeping we will be keeping our own server, right? Our server, like, okay, if you want to go with like HP is your client, hp.server.com. So like that we will be configuring. Okay, on-premise URL will be something different, like followed by application name, like that it will be like as per our requirement or as per our thing, we will be giving this URL. Okay, that is the only difference. So once I have designed in Studio, I will try to configure these servers and I will try to deploy it. Finally, I will be getting one URL. So before giving it to the SAP system, first we need to test locally, right? For testing, we will be using the either Postman or whoever has asked that Postman question, like that Postman or ARC, Advanced REST Client, ARC, anything. We will be using these tools and we will be testing. Why? Because directly I cannot give to SAP system, right? Directly I cannot give to SAP fellow, hey, I have built this application, take this and you use it. I cannot say. First I have to unit test myself. First I have to check whether everything is working. I will, whatever the URL here I am getting after deployment, I will take that URL, I will paste it in the Postman and I'll try to hit that and I'll try to check my scenarios. I'll take, for example, SAP system is giving XML. I will take some sample XML. I'll try to give that sample XML to this URL. Whatever the URL here, we have that URL, I will be to that URL, I will be giving the data and I will be hitting it and I will be checking all unit test cases using Postman. Even the testers, whatever the in UAT or in SIT or pre-prod, whatever they are doing, even those testers also use this Postman only, sometimes if needed. So now you understood, right? From starting to design time, runtime, testing. So now what you have understood. So for learning, first we have to install our design time. We have to configure our runtime. We need to install our endpoint studio. Then only we will be ready to start doing our applications. So these are, now you got it, right? So from where we will be getting this AnyPoint Studio is now another question. Now I am saying like, okay, in AnyPoint Studio we can design it. I am saying like, yes, in cloud I can deploy it. Okay, fine. Postman is separate software. Directly you can Google it and you can download it, you can install it as it is completely separate software. So okay, you will not feel any hurdle in getting the Postman. Why? Because in Google only you will get it. Now how about this Anypoint Studio, and how about this cloud server? From where you will get? From where we will get? How to test here? The answers first we will write here. Where we will be deploying? We will be deploying in runtime. Any strategies we will use and we will be deploying there. How we will be testing? We will be testing in Postman. Okay, till here it is fine. Now from where we will get this Anypoint Studio? Anyone have installed Anypoint Studio? Out of 6 guys, anyone?
Yes.
No,
From
ma'am.
where you
Actually,
got?
I have some.
Yeah, you have some issue.
Yes, I have some issue.
Okay, somebody has asked, will Windows 7 will support? To be frank, it will not support. It try to have Windows 10. Okay. Okay. So for hardware requirements today I will discuss, so that if you can make it available. Okay. So Windows 10 is best thing. Okay, I am telling you, Windows 10 should be there. It is of 64-bit. Somebody will ask. Okay, it is of 64-bit. So hardware. So in your system, hardware, either if you are using laptop or if you are using any system, whatever the case, desktop, whatever the case, you need to have Windows 10. 64-bit is mandatory, and RAM, minimum RAM is 8 GB RAM. So without this it is difficult to. If you are having 12 GB, well and good. 8 GB RAM is required software. I guess I have answered your question. Somebody has asked that.
Yes, ma'am.
Navya
I
has
got it.
asked that. You
Yes.
got it. Okay. So coming to the software, from where you will installing it, software. So what you can do is, you can go to Anypoint platform is another URL. Anypoint platform. Okay. Anypoint platform is another URL. You just go to your Google. You can go to your Google. You can click like Anypoint platform. There only you will get all. Anypoint Studio you will get, cloud server, everything you will be getting over there. So what you can do is, in your Google you can click Anypoint platform. See, the persons who know, well and good. Okay, if the people who does not know, just try to make your hands dirty. Installation and everything tomorrow I will be telling you, but I am giving it. See, Anypoint platform, this is the location. You try to click this location. Okay, you just try to click this. Okay, free trial. Okay, see, this is login. Anypoint platform, you can click. Okay, you can click there. You have to register yourself. See here, sign in. If you have credentials, you can use it. If you does not have credentials, you have to create your account. Here, try to click on sign up. Try to give your full name. Try to give your Gmail, phone number, company, username, password, and just you try to accept and create, and just try to create one account. Okay, first you try to create that account, and from where you need to install. What is the difference between trial version of this trial version? See, Anypoint platform is of two types. One is trial version, another is enterprise version. Enterprise version is nothing but whatever in the current real time. This is real time. This is real time account. This is licensed version. Okay, what is the difference between trial version and enterprise version? Tomorrow I will teach. What is your homework for today is, you try to create at least one account. Be ready with the account, so that tomorrow we can download Anypoint Studio. We will configure it, and we will try to understand the differences between trial version and enterprise version, how it differs in real time, how it differs in our training session. I will make you understand. Is that fine?
Yes.
Don't worry, everything step by step we will be going it. Okay, step by step. Once the actual flows we will create each and every flow, each and every component, how the interview questions will be, where the interviewer will be stressed, what type of questions, what type of scenarios it will fall on you, everything I will be teaching. So as it is first class, first we have to make our setup ready. First setup should be ready for learning, right? Let us make this setup ready and then immediately we can start off so that it will be hands-on for you guys as well. So first 2 3 days I will not be giving any homeworks. Later on, like for this week I will not give, from next week onwards homeworks will also be I will be giving POCs kind of stuff I will try to give as a homework. Try to practice it, it makes you much more confident. Okay, is everybody
Okay.
is with me? Okay, most of the time we will try to discuss real time only. Okay, no worries, as it is first class, first try to make yourself comfort, try to make yourself free, installables and everything we will try to make it ready, and then we will start off. Tomorrow I will shake us how the studio will be. I will come the overview of that, how it differs with the version A and version, where the differences will be, that thing we will do, and if possible we will try to do flow as well. Okay, tomorrow same time, as it is first day I don't want to eat your brain. Okay, Gopi, I think somebody has joined late. Gopi, Raz, Kiran, you are with me. Akila and Santosh, those guys have joined immediately, so I don't have any issues. So others, are you able to follow? I have recorded the session as well.
Yeah, I was able to follow the part I attended.
Okay, okay, fine. Krishna, so if you have any questions, let us, like first 1-2 days it will be like tricky for settling us. Everybody has to settle, right? Okay, so hardware wise I don't think anybody is having issue. Is everybody is okay with the hardware, right?
Yes, ma'am. We are clear. We don't
We are
have
clear.
any.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Hardware and software, just to make it, and try to create one account, and just tomorrow from here I will take it forward. Okay,
Yeah, we have
8:30
already
sharp.
created, ma'am. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, you have created. Others has
Yes,
to
I have
create, na?
created. Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
one
ma'am.
to 2 days you have to bear. Okay,
Yeah.
now tomorrow a lot of questions will be there for you, real time questions you have to answer. Difference
Yeah,
between
sure, ma'am.
enterprise and RAS.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay,
Sure.
you're saying like you're created, right? And now I will be asking so many real time questions.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay then. Okay
Thank
guys,
you.
nice for joining. Okay, chalo then. Thank you. Tomorrow same time
Thank you,
same
ma'am.
link.
Yeah,
Any change
thank you.
I'll let you know. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.